Hello, my students. Today I'm going to read to you the Forbes article from August 2nd, 2015, called 5 Minutes Early is on Time is Late is Unacceptable. The author is Brent Beshore. I have a magic pill to sell you. It will help you make more money, be happier, look thinner, and have better relationships. It's a revolutionary new pharmaceutical product called Late No More. Just one dose every day will allow you to show up on time, greatly enhancing your life and the lives of those around you. Now, obviously, that is a metaphor. There is no magic pill that will make you on time. Moving on, all joking aside, being late is unacceptable. That's worth repeating, so I'm going to. Being late is unacceptable. While that sounds harsh, it's the truth, and something that should be said more often. Excuse me. I don't care if you are attending a dinner party, a conference call, or a coffee meeting. Your punctuality says a lot about you. Being late bothers me so much that just talking about it makes me queasy. That means nauseated. My being late, which does occasionally happen, usually causes me to break out into a nervous sweat. The later I am, the more it looks like I've sprung a leak. Catch me more than 15 minutes late, and it looks like I went swimming. So what the author is saying is that, yes, he is occasionally late. Sometimes it can't be helped, but it makes him so upset that it puts him into a sweat and makes him feel physically ill. Okay. On this issue, I find myself a member of a tiny minority. That means that not many people think like him. It seems like most people consider a meeting time or deadline to be merely a mild advisory of something that might happen. I've been called uptight and unreasonable, or variations prefaced with expletives, which means that people have called him uptight, unreasonable, or some other nasty words with curse words in it. In a world that feels perpetually late, raising the issue of punctuality isn't a way to win popularity contests, and I'm okay with that. What he's basically saying is a lot of people right now do not treat being punctual, being on time seriously, but it is. And so he knows that people don't agree with him. It's not a popular opinion, but he's fine with that. Moving on. There's a reason we set meeting times and deadlines. It allows for a coordination of efforts, minimizes time, effort, waste, and helps set expectations. Think about how much would get done if everyone just chilled out and went with the flow. It would be the definition of inefficiency. It's probably not that hard to imagine, considering just last week I had 13, yes, I counted, different people blowing meeting times or missed deadlines. It feels like a raging epidemic, seemingly smoothed over by a barrage of my bads, sorry mans, and you know how it goes. The desired response is, it's all good, but the reality is that it's not okay. Here's why that is. Okay, so what he's basically saying in this particular paragraph right here is that he's had a lot of that it's being late wastes a lot of time, and the world would run much more smoothly if punctuality was not treated in such a relaxed manner. Okay, so now he's going on to describe what actually the message you're sending is if you are constantly late. Okay, so here's what it is. Disrespectful. Being on time is about respect. It signals that you value and appreciate the other person. If you don't respect the meeting's participants, why are you meeting with them in the first place? Inconsiderate. Unintentionally being late demonstrates an overall lack of consideration for the lives of others. You just don't care. Okay. Next, big timing. Intentionally being late, that means being late on purpose, is about power. It's showing the other person or people that you are a big deal and have the upper hand in a relationship. It's also called being rude. Okay. I crossed out, there was something that was a little bit more salty in language, but this is a class. So we're going to say it's also called being rude. Incredible, and no, not in a good way. Incredible, not as in fabulous, incredible as in not credible. Okay. When you miss meeting times or deadlines, your credibility takes the trajectory of a lead balloon, which means that it goes down. Trajectory means path. A lead balloon obviously doesn't really exist. It's heavy. Okay. You can be counted on to be on time. How could you possibly have credibility around far tougher tasks? Unprofitable. Let's consider a scenario where 5 people are holding a meeting at 2 p.m. You're sauntering in 10 minutes late, just wasted 40 minutes of other people's time. Sauntering means strolling. Okay. Let's say the organization bills $200 an hour. Are you paying the $133 bill? Someone certainly is. Okay. Moving on. Disorganized. If you can't keep your calendar, what other parts of your life are teetering on the edge of complete disaster? Being late signals that at best you're barely hanging on and probably not someone I want to associate with. Overly busy. Everyone likes to equate busyness with importance, but the truly successful know that's BS. In other words, that's nonsense. Having a perpetually hectic schedule just signals that you can't prioritize or say no, neither of which is an endearing trait. Flaky. Apparently, some people just flake out, which seems to mean that they arbitrarily decided not to do something that they committed to at the very last minute. Seriously, that's ridiculous. Arbitrarily means just with no good reason. Okay, megalomaniacal, that is a big word. While most grow out of this by age 8, some genuinely believe they are the center of the universe. It's not attractive. Note, this is also called the Donald Trump syndrome. Do you want to be compared to Donald Trump? Perhaps you do, but this, what this is saying is that, it shows that you have an inflated sense of, the fact that the world revolves around you. I should note that this article was written in August 2nd, 2015, when Donald Trump was not yet, I believe, even a candidate for president. So as I said earlier, I am occasionally late. Sometimes a true emergency happens or an outlier event transpires. An outlier event means something completely out of the ordinary. When it happens, I try to give a very detailed account of why I was late and apologize profusely, make sure the other person knows that I take it very seriously, and assure them it won't happen again. So that is the author's way of dealing with when he is late. This is what he does. Paying attention to punctuality is not about being judgy or stressed. In fact, it's quite the opposite. It makes room for the caring, considerate, and thoughtful people I want in my life, whether that's friends or colleagues. Think of how relaxing your life would be if everyone just did what they said they'd do when they said they'd do it. A good place to start is with yourself, and a great motto is something I was taught as a child. 5 minutes early is on time is late, late is unacceptable.